Okay, so this is going to be the last video for 2020, and starting from 2021 I'm gonna start posting more videos, maybe 5 6 videos a month, because I've been getting so many questions that I probably won't be able to answer in just one video. So in this video I'm gonna be talking about, if you just started working at a gas station and you feel so nervous, if you feel like everything is nerve-wracking, because I know it is nerve-wracking if you just started. So I'm gonna give you a few pieces of advice. So here's the first thing I would advise. If you just started working at a gas station, or if you're thinking about working at a gas station, the first thing you need to worry about, it's not the goods that we selling in the stores. It's not the cigarettes. It's not the lottery. We're gonna get to that later on. But the first thing you have to know is the cash register. This right here. You have to know that. And unlike everything else you can learn them over time, because we sell a lot of stuff in this store. And some stores they sell even way more stuff than we do. So, the first thing you have to know, this is something that I would say you need to master the cash register within at least the first 3 days. The first 3 days you have to master the cash register. And the reason why I say that, here's why I say that. When you just start working at a place, you're not gonna know everything in the store. Okay? And the customers can understand that. And it's not like when a customer come in, it's not like they're gonna want everything from the store. Okay? But definitely for every customers that come in the store, you're gonna have to use the cash register. That's why I say you have to know. This is the first thing you have to know. And when I say you have to know it, I'm not just saying you have to know how to use it. You have to master it. And the reason why I say that is because, trust me, you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna make mistakes that's gonna cost you money. Because if you're short, it's gonna come out of your pocket. And I'm telling you that from experience. I remember when I first started working, I've been working here for 5 years, and I worked at about 5 different stores. And one of the biggest problem that I have, I wasn't really nervous about, because it was the first time I was going to be a cashier. So I wasn't really nervous about customers or the store, the fact that I didn't know much about everything that was in the store. But instead, I wasn't I was a little bit nervous about the cash register because I wasn't good at it. And worst case scenario, well, in my case, the person that was teaching me about the cash register, which was a she didn't speak much English, which was a problem for me. So it's a lot of techniques. If you make a mistake, you can fix your mistake, and you don't have to be short. So it's a lot of techniques that she could have taught me that she didn't teach me. Or maybe she tried, but I just couldn't understand everything she was saying because she could barely speak English. So that was, for me, that was a challenge. So it took me about, I would say, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to fully master the cash register. Because I would say 2 weeks, 2 weeks. It took me about 2 weeks. And I made a lot of mistakes where I remember one time I was short $80 for the whole week, and they took it out of my pocket. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you, the cash register, the first thing is the most nerve-wracking thing, because when you have, if you make a mistake, because you know how customers sometimes they buy something and that's not what they wanted, or they want to change it, or they want to return it. So you guys know what it's like. If you're a cashier, you know what it's like dealing with customers like that. They buy something, they buy like 10 items, and then they just cherry picking which one they don't want. They want to return this or that. So you have to know how to do this. You have to know how to use the machine properly, because if you make a mistake, and you charge them for something that they didn't want, or you don't charge them for something that they didn't want, so the blame is going to be on you. So that's why I've always said the cash register is the first thing you need to know. So me, I usually use the keyboard. You could use the screen. Oh, by the way, this is not the same register that we had when I started working here. We didn't have this type of register, this cash register. That's not what we have. We had something different. It was more complicated. This one is more simplified. That's why I like this one better. So this is something this is the first thing you got to learn. You have to learn how to manage, and you have to master it. Not just know how to use it. You have to master the cash register, because you're gonna get some customers they're gonna mess up, okay, and they're gonna want to put the blame on you. So, and sometimes you're gonna have a lot of customers. You could have a whole line and you don't know what to do. You made a mistake. You're trying to fix it. You don't know how to fix it. Trust me, you're gonna deal with all that, because I had to deal with all that. So, as long as you learn the cash register, you won't have to be too nervous about everything else. Because let's take, for example, the cigarettes. We have about 20 different brands. I don't know. We have so many different brands. And we don't sell as many brands as other stores, because I know 7-Eleven sell more brands than we do, because this is a Chevron. I know Care Circle sell more brands than we do. I know Publix sell more brands. Walmart sells more brands. I know Racetrack. So let's take, for example, the cigarettes. The cigarettes, it's a lot of cigarettes. You're not going to know all of this in one day. You're not going to know this in 1 week or 2 weeks, neither. Okay? This is something that you're going to learn over time, which is okay. And everything else in the store, you're not going to learn everything in just 1 week, not even 1 month. It's going to take time to learn everything else, because there's so many things. And, for example, when you have somebody come in and they say, let me get a Marlboro Light, and you don't know which, because we have so many brands. We have so many sub-brands, because somebody could ask you for a Marlboro Light, and you don't know which one is it. Is it the red one? Is it the gold one? Is it the Select? There's so many different brands. So sometimes they can just point the finger at what they want, and that's how you learn. We have, and by the way, they're all different prices. It could be the same brand, but they have different prices. For example, Newport is not the same price. The Newport regular is not the same price as Newport Light, and it's not the same price as Newport Red. Camel Crush is the same thing. L&M's, you have the Palmars. Well, all the Palmars are the same price. You have the Parliament Lights. You have the 305s. They're the same price. But it's especially the Marlboros and the Newports that are different prices. They have this. It's so many of them. So those things I remember when I went through. I didn't learn those things in 1 week, or not even a month. It took me about, I would say, a pretty good 6 months, or maybe less than that. Maybe less than that, because I was working almost every day. So I would say about 4 or 5 months before I could learn all of the brands. So that is okay. You're just going to learn that over time. Another thing is the lottery. The scratch-offs. That's another thing. Whew. Man, that's why I said you got to learn the cash register. Because a lot of time the people are messing up, and you got to fix what they did wrong. So sometimes they say they want something, and then once you put it in the register, and you put a lot of other things with it, and then after that they say, okay, I don't want this anymore. Just take that off. I don't want this, or I don't want that. So you don't want to charge them for something that they don't want. You want to make sure that, because a lot of times they don't know what they want. They always messing up. Okay? So this is something, that's why I say you have to know the cash register. The drinks, all of those things, we have those on the wall. A lot of times they come, we have the medicines, condoms, everything we keep. Those things we keep them here. So they might ask you for something, and it's not outside. It's not from the lobby. And 1 minute. So all of this, different brands, different everything. You don't have to know everything. It's gonna take time. Sometimes they might ask you, do you have such and such? and you could say, yeah, it's in the back on such app. And this store is kind of small compared to other stores, and that's the good thing. That's the advantage that I have. And the drinks, they're always gonna ask you, do you have such drink? Do you have this? Do you have that? All of that is not a problem. You could learn all of that over time. Okay, ice cream, believe it right here. So, and by the way, another thing, it's the price. Some things that we have in the store do not have prices on them, like stuff like this. It's a lot of those stuff that didn't have price. So I had to learn this. I had to learn the price. I had to have it in my head. So most of this, so I know the price of everything, even though sometimes you scan it and the price don't come up. So you have to know it in your head. But it's not gonna be the case everywhere. Okay? So this is my advice for everybody, anyone that start working at a gas station. I'm telling you, this is one thing that you don't want to make mistake. Don't make that mistake. As long as you learn the cash register, is the first thing you need to understand. Okay, you have to master it. You have to know how to use it. See, this is something you have to master. As long as you know the cash register, everything else you can learn over time. It's not a problem. So I'm gonna make more videos about that to be more specific, but I just wanted to make I just wanted to be more broad on this video, on the topic in this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I look forward for next year. I'm gonna start making more videos on that. And yep, I'll see you guys later.